Hello everyone. Welcome once again to the Beginner to Advanced Excel course by Slides. And in this part, we are discussing about protecting worksheets and workbooks in Excel. So, protecting worksheets and workbooks helps secure your data from accidental or unauthorized changes. Excel offers different level of protections for both worksheets and workbooks. So, first we'll discuss about protecting a worksheet. When you protect a worksheet, user can view its content but cannot edit logged cells. So for example, in order to protect a worksheet, so you can select a cell. So select cells to leave editable, optional. So select cells that user should be able to edit. Right click, choose format cell, go to the protection tab and uncheck logged. So for example, we have this worksheet here. In the worksheet, if we select this column petal width, and after selecting this, you have to go to you have to right click here, go to format cells, and here the protection is logged. Okay, you can uncheck it. So locking cells or hiding formulas has no effect until you protect the worksheet. Okay. So obviously you can uncheck this. I have unchecked this, and this way we leave the cells to be editable. This is optional. Next step is to protect the worksheet. So we have left one sheet editable. We can also select this, right click, format cells, and make it logged. All other cells will be logged. Okay. So you can see, you can also hide sheets also. So this again, this also logged. So we have only unlocked this one. Okay, we will see the usage. Now, after doing this, what you have to do, now we have to protect the worksheet. So we will go to the review tab, and in the review tab, we will see an option to protect the sheet and protect the workbook. Now, in a workbook there can be different worksheets. For example, let's say this is iris worksheet. Okay, we will create another sheet and say students. So here we have name, here we have age and class. So let's enter some names like John 12 class 1 and Mohan 12 class 2. Obviously we are just writing the class. So this is another sheet. Okay, so here also everything is unlocked. So remember, we are protecting the iris sheet. We are on iris sheet and not protecting the workbook. When you will protect it, you will see option to add a password. So you know, password to unprotect sheet or protect sheet. So we will put the password and re-enter the password to proceed. Okay, so we will just write it. So we made some changes earlier. We will show you once again. So now we have open a new sheet, and here you can see we have the petal width. Okay, in petal width we will right click, format cells, go to protection tab and unlock it. Okay, now we will protect the worksheet. Here we have two worksheet, we are protecting this worksheet. So for this we will go to review tab and protect worksheet. When you will open for the first time, you will see protect worksheet and content of logged cells. You can select locked cell, select unlocked cells, format cell, format column. You can protect different type of elements here. So we will use a password. So I am just writing test password. Okay. Now I am on this sheet. It is asking re-enter password to proceed. I will re-enter the password once again. Okay, and click OK. I am now on this sheet. So when I will try to edit something, the cell or chart you are trying to change is on protect sheet. To make a change, unprotect the sheet. Okay, and in this time, in review tab, you will see unprotect sheet option. Okay, so this is very important, but we kept it unlocked. Let's try to make a change here. So here we can make the change. Okay, so I will just color this so that you can understand that this one is simply protected. So you can see even I cannot color this, I cannot do anything, everything is grayed out. Okay, here only editing is allowed. So if I will go to review and unprotect sheet and enter the password, okay, then everything will come back. Okay, so I will just give it some kind of shading so that we understand this is unprotected. So this is something that you can do for protecting a worksheet. Let's go to review tab once again, protect sheet, and this time select lock cell, select unlock cells, and let's enable format cells. Okay, let's enable this and we will write our password again, re-enter the password. Okay, now when we will select this, go to home, you will see at least format options are there. So this way you can select whatever settings you want to allow, whatever settings you want to disallow. Okay, here if I will try to make change, it will not let me do any changes. But here if I want to add something like class 3, 13, here I can do everything. Okay, so let's say John, Rohan, Ali, and everything is there. Now here I can do everything. So in order to protect this sheet, I will go to review tab, protect sheet, and I will enter a different password. So here I will enter 1234. Okay, confirm 1234. So now if I will try to change anything, it will not let me change. Neither it will give me option to format it. But here also, here the password to unprotect is different, and in this sheet the password to unprotect is different. So this was a simple example to protect a worksheet. Okay, now I am simply going to unprotect this sheet also. So here I have to enter password I used to protect this, and here I have to enter the different password. Okay, now I can make the changes. Now after doing all of this, here there can be n number of sheets. Okay, so protecting a workbook prevents structural changes like adding, deleting, or rearranging sheets. Okay, even though I protected the sheets individually, but user can add more sheets to the workbook. Okay, so if you will protect this entire workbook, here it is given that protect workbook for structure. Okay, so if we will uncheck structure, first we will see what happens if we check the structure. So we will write our password test, re-enter the password. Obviously you can enter any password. Now I want to see, I cannot add any new sheets here, and I can make the changes because workbook is protected. So we have to, but we cannot add more workbooks here. Okay, or more sheets here. So for protecting the sheet, we will just write test here. This will protect the sheet. Okay, and but I cannot still add any more new sheets here. If we will go to protect workbook, I will enter the password. Okay, protect workbook, and this time protect workbook for structure. Okay, so it will appear. So obviously when you will unprotect, okay, so then user will see option to add new sheets, okay, and rearrange sheets. But in protection mode, it will not be allowed. So a workbook contains sheets for example, sales, inventory, and reports. So you can protect the workbook to ensure no one deletes or move these sheets. Okay, like in protection mode, this cannot be deleted or moved. Then you can also try allowing a specific user to edit ranges. So you can allow certain user to edit specific ranges within a protected sheet. So here in a review, you will see option allow users to edit ranges, and then select new and define the range. So examples are in a shared sheet, allow only the manager to edit the price column while protecting the rest of the sheet. Okay, so that can be used. Similarly, you can encrypt the workbook. To ensure the entire workbook is secure, you can encrypt it with password. So for that, you can go to the file, info section and protect workbook. Okay. So for example, I go to file, info section, and here also you will see protect workbook. So you can see that one or more sheet in this workbook have been locked to prevent unwanted changes. So from here we can unprotect by entering the password. Okay. And here when you will click this icon, you will see encrypt with password. Okay. And let's encrypt with password, and we will enter a password like, again, something like test, re-enter test. Okay, now our password is required to open this workbook. Okay, so if we are, obviously we are opening this. So now I have closed all Excel files, and this was the file iris protect one.xl. Let's open this, and you can see we cannot see any content because this is protected. When we will enter test or whatever our password is, then only we will be able to see this. So this way you can encrypt the workbook. For this, I showed you the example. Examples are, suppose you have a confidential financial report, so you can encrypt with a password, so only authorized users can open it. Obviously you will share that password with authorized users, so they can only enter it. So protecting individual worksheet versus entire workbook. What is the scope here? So scope is worksheet protection protects cells editing within a sheet, and workbook protection protects structural changes to the workbook. Options are to lock, unlock cells, restrict formatting, etc. And in workbook protection, you can prevent adding, deleting, or moving sheets. When you have to use, when user need to interact with data safely, you use worksheet protection. Or when the workbook structure must remain fixed, you can use workbook protection. Always remember password, they cannot be recovered if lost. And protecting a workbook or worksheet is not encryption. Use encryption for sensitive data. Obviously, if you will protect it, people can still see it. So if you want to encrypt data, you can use the encryption setting. So this was a simple tutorial explaining protecting worksheets and workbooks and encrypting them in Excel. I hope you like the tutorial. Please follow the series so that you can learn more.